YouTube, what it do, Mike? We got more panel content. Let's get it.
And so right now we're talking about wives in you know,
and then I fell asleep, and then the guy came and rescued me and kissed me, and I woke up from my beautiful princess dream. I get it. We've all grown up on Disney. I understand. But it is also okay to make sure the relationship works for you and you see him being your husband as well. It's okay to not want to just look at a guy and be like, oh, wow, like, I can't wait to be tethered to him and not know what he's about. He's just doing whatever they say that he should be doing in the books. No, like, are you genuinely happy, or are you just there because people are telling you should be there as a woman and that's your duty or that's what you're supposed to do?
Well, why is it bad that someone would want to support their spouse or their partner? Like I clarified, when you're in a marriage, it's a partnership, it's a unionship. What I'm lacking, he will make up for, and what he's lacking, I will as well. It's not a factor of being a slave. It's a factor of that is the person that I choose to be with for the rest of my life. And whatever it takes for us to be happy, we should both be in agreement that we will do what it takes for us both to be happy. But happiness is found within yourself. It's not found within somebody else. So if you are leaving relationships because you are solely not happy, then you have to, and you're constantly in this back-to-back spat of like, every time I'm not happy in a relationship, I'm going to leave. Then at one point, are we going to reflect on ourselves? Is it me? Like, what can I do to make myself happy? Because my happiness is not determined on what my partner is. I created that happiness for myself, and anything we have together, it just elevates. Not every time are we going to be happy in relationships, but are you going to go through the mud with me, through the thick and thin with me, and regroup that or make that come back? Can we make that happen? That should be just as important, correct?
Got it. I mean, yes, we all want to have a partner that could stand the rain. I understand that. I was speaking in the sense that the words that I'm hearing, it's what she's supposed to be doing, and aren't you supposed to want to serve your husband? Those two words is what my response is based on. A partnership is something that I have been saying from the beginning. Two people in a working relationship that is healthy are supporting each other. Supporting is a key word, but this serving thing, no. Okay.
So Mark, I know you've been paying attention.
She's looking at serving as in a form of being a slave for her spouse. Like the whole idea of catering and or being there for your husband is such a negative connotation nowadays. It makes sense why a lot of men are not choosing to marry a lot of these women. I mean, their ideology on catering to a man, serving a man is completely warped. They look at it as simply being a slave, but still want you to open your wallet, pay for everything, be there for them. They want you to be their everything while they be your nothing.
And listening intently. What's your thoughts so far on what you've been hearing thus far? Respectfully.
Marcus, man, I don't know why you trying to involve me in this foolishness, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know what my thoughts are, man. It's malarkey, it's tomfoolery, it's buffoonery being on display. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Gentlemen at home, please pay attention, with the exception of Amira. And I'm not familiar with the other ladies, and I mean no disrespect. They could lay out when it was, what is the husband duties? They had a list. When it came time to speak about what their duties are, they struggled to articulate.
No, we didn't struggle. It just wasn't our turn.
May I please land? No disrespect to you. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Opportunity to speak.
No disrespect to you at all.
Let's let him finish his statement, y'all.
So there was a struggle to kind of articulate exactly what it was that a wife's duties were, because women don't really have a sense of duty. They don't understand duty. Like the young lady stated, women are more concerned with their personal happiness. And when when happiness is your concern, you abdicate all thoughts of duty. There is no duty when you're trying to be happy. When you get up every day and go to work, you don't want to go to work every single day, but you have a duty to pay those bills that you know are coming on the 1st and 15th. So therefore, you get up when you don't even feel like it and you go in. Your happiness is not on that sliding scale, because it's delayed and deferred, because what's going to keep you happy is knowing you got a roof over your head and you know you have a vehicle to hop in that's going to start and get you from point A to point B. And when you open your refrigerator, you'll see groceries that you can consume that can give you sustenance. And that's been allowed throughout history. So at this point, when we're talking about duty on the man's side and on the woman's side, men, we are from day one, we're told by our mothers, by society, by teachers in the school, we're molded and branded. If you don't do X, Y, Z, if you don't have this by this age, if you're not here by 30 or 40, you're of no value. But that has not been disseminated amongst the community of women. So it's very difficult for them to understand the duties, number one, if they've never been taught. Number two, if they don't have a belief system that reinforces those duties. And number three, if they're putting personal happiness and instant gratification at the top of their list. I'm done.
All right, and that leads us probably directly into the
Anybody that's been married for a long time will understand that the relationship is not fun all the time. Sometimes it's gonna get repetitive, sometimes it's gonna get stale. They here for the good times only and never the bad times. Soon as one disagreement comes along, ready to end the relationship. As soon as she gets bored one time, ready to end the relationship.
question.
Can I say something real fast?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So this is kind of like the issue that I have with these panels, right? A question was asked. Not everybody was able to go. One person said something that was, aside from everybody's thoughts, and it's like everybody said it when everybody didn't even have an opportunity to go. You understand? A.S.M.R spoke. I think this young lady beside me, there were some things that you probably would agree that she was saying you should be the support, but one person when it gets the grain is all the women. And that's what I see a lot in these spaces. No, we didn't all agree with that. We didn't all have an opportunity to speak. So let's just, when we're having these conversations, just call, if you have a disagreement with any young lady, call that young lady out. It's not all of us. We all think very different. Her relationship is going to be different from mine. My relationship is going to be different from Aisha's. How we all think very different. We have our own way. We don't all think the same. Okay. So in that,
hold on 1 second, Marcus, before you go, I need to clear something up, right?
Let me just say,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna let her land. Go ahead.
In that particular situation, we didn't have an opportunity. She came in, she was one of the first women to speak. I didn't have an opportunity to speak on what I feel like a woman should bring to the table. I didn't. She came in, they asked her the question. I think A.S.M.R had an opportunity to speak. I know Aisha didn't have an opportunity to speak.
You got an opportunity now.
So I agree with A.S.M.R. I think a woman should make a house a home. I think a woman should be a man's support system. I believe in a help me. I think that one of the reasons why we are so behind as a people is we don't get married. We don't use each other the way we're supposed to be used. Men marry women who can help them get to their vision. That's how I think that men should lead by example. Women should follow their leadership. They should marry someone who they see the vision and they should help him get there. I think that inside the home, women are over to children. We're nurturers. There are qualities that women have that men don't have and vice versa. There are things that men are good at. There are things that women are naturally good at. And I think that women should provide those things, right? I think A.S.M.R said respectful. You should be respectful to anybody, but of course your husband. Like that's just, it should be a given. So I think that and I don't have a problem with the word submit. I don't. I mean, that can be that's just me personally. And then that's just how I feel. I think women should be there to help their husbands, be a support to their husbands in their household. And like I said, the man is the house, woman take care of the home, if that makes any sense.
So if I may just say this to clarify some things, right? I never once said that the lady in the bottom left, that her thoughts and sentiments applied to all the women. I never once said that that was the general consensus of all the ladies on the panel. What I said was that the ladies struggled at first to articulate what their duties were as a wife. Whereas when you were asked what the men's duties were, y'all rambled it off like this and I did that to just present the idea and the fact that in society, y'all are told about what we're supposed to be doing, but y'all are rarely ever told what y'all are supposed to be doing. And that was the reason why I brought that point up. But I never accused y'all of having the same thoughts and sentiments as the young lady who I spoke previously. I didn't do that.
My apologies. It's just when you said ladies, I assumed you're talking about all the ladies. But
my fault. I'll be more clear.
Can I say something real quick? Because if that's the case, you made a comment, sir, and you said something about, I want you to see this buffoonery. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but we're
I was
all
referring to directly what you had stated, directly to what you said.
I appreciate that, but I'm respecting you, so I expect to be respected as well.
I was only commenting on your comments, not on you as a person, just to make that clear.
This is my opinion, and I am not a buffoon, so learn how to use your words with tact while you're trying to tell the men to look at the people on this panel as an example. Start with yourself. Okay. Second of all, advocating for your personal happiness is a healthy choice of living for any person on the planet. So I'm not sure why we're trying to encourage women to not pursue their own happiness. That's crazy.
I'll say this. Number one, I don't know if that was an attempt to check me, but it'll never work.
Shut up. No one's trying to check
That'll never happen. Number two,
respect
number
me.
two, I don't.
Andrea, let him,
so we're going to pass right over that.
No,
Number
respect
two,
me. Don't call me
what was said,
respectful.
and I'm addressing this to the panel. What was said was buffoonery and tomfoolery, and I was speaking directly about the comments, and I stand firm on what I said.
Did she just run out the room? He didn't call you a buffoon. He said what you said was a buffoonery.
About those comments. So one rule I have is I don't argue with women. There's only one woman I'll do a back and forth with, and that's my wife. And we'll be having a discussion if that happens. So all the ladies, you can lose your decorum and be disrespectful as you want. You're not going to get a rise out of me. It doesn't work.
Damn. I mean, overall, good conversation. Good conversation. That's why a lot of chicks just like her are single as hell with no men. Can't have a single disagreement about anything without them taking it super personal. So you're calling me stupid? Never called you stupid. I said what you said was stupid. And this is why it's so important to self-reflect and just work on yourself. Taking everything super personal all the time will always keep you in discord with everybody. And that's not gonna help you in any aspect of your life. Relationships, friendships, marriage, businesses, jobs. You're not gonna get far being a disagreeable person all the time. One disagreement, they ready to run for the hills, but then turn around and say, I want what my grandparents had. I want what my mom had. Why can't I get a relationship that's long lasting, loving, and full of love, and we can talk about anything? Because let's be frank, with a lot of these women, you can't talk about anything with. A lot of them are hypersensitive. Everything is personal to them. Everything is personal. She already has a warped outlook on catering to men. I'm not serving men. And they wonder why they single as hell with no contenders.